Welcome everybody. Trustees, fellows and members, welcome to the 2024 Annual Fellowship Awards of the Chartered Banking Institute. In a moment, I will be awarding new fellowships on behalf of the Institute to a number of distinguished individuals, some of whom are in the room with us tonight, and others who will be joining us virtually. So a very warm welcome to you all, and also to your families, for being with us on this special occasion, and we also pay tribute to those new fellows who are unable to join us tonight. Before we move on to the proceedings, I'd just like to say a few words about the history of the Institute's fellowship programme and its purpose. The Institute has changed its approach to fellowship over the years. The award of fellowship was created in the 1960s and has been conferred on members who have distinguished themselves in their careers and or in the service to the Institute. More recently, it was felt that a more strategic approach to recruiting, supporting, and working with fellows would benefit the Institute. So, following a pilot group being formed in autumn 2021, resulting in 5 new fellowships, being awarded, a process has been adopted, the new process has been adopted, which was launched formally in 2022. This evening's event is recognising all those awarded fellowship from our spring and autumn 23 cohorts. This year we are awarding fellowships to 34 applicants. The purpose of fellowship and its connection to the strategy and aims of the Institute as a professional body in raising global standards of professionalism are necessarily complementary. The importance of the role as an advocate for professionalism as we seek to build a global community of responsible bankers means that we need all our fellows to represent our growing and diverse membership. While helping and contributing to our global thought leadership activity, and by doing so, contribute to build the reputation the remarks earlier alluded to, banking is once again in the forefront of yet another profound transformation, driven by the development of AI and technology and the need for banks to integrate sustainability into their core strategies. These two global megatrends shaping the future of banking have been set against the backdrop of socio-economic headwinds, including a global inflationary crisis, a climate of rising interest rates, and a cost of living crisis, which have all impacted banks, our members, and society more generally. At such a time, banking professionals need to be agile, capable of continuous learning, and adept at navigating the delicate balance between innovation and risk management. These are skills that our members possess, and we continue to support them in developing these throughout their careers, and why we need our fellows to be role models for the banking profession by inspiring current and future generations of responsible bankers. That is why the award of fellowship is a mark of achievement and success. It's also an expectation of service, for the role of fellows is to contribute in whatever way they're able to promoting and achieving the aims and objectives of the Institute. This contribution should include the encouragement of colleagues to become professionally qualified and engaged as members of the Institute, essentially supporting the future of our profession. On an evening when we are gathered to recognise our new fellows, we'd also like to take the opportunity to thank one of our long-standing fellows for his contribution. Simon Thompson is our long-serving CEO who is stepping down today to become Managing Director of the new Global Capacity Building Coalition. Simon, we thank you again for your service, and I'm sure you will remain an active fellow and supporter of the Institute. On that note, it gives me great pleasure to present the following distinguished people to the award of fellowship of the Chartered Banking Institute. We have a mixture of online and here, and Joe is presenting the certificates. Joe is also the lady who left the room. That wasn't on the schedule. So why don't we just start and I'll play both parts until the returns. Our first fellow is here in person, Claire Carr. Claire is a relationship manager at Lloyds Bank and has over 27 years experience in banking and is an advocate for the benefits of professional qualifications and institute membership. An active and qualified coach and mentor, Claire is highly committed to continuing professional development, including helping to organise seminars and events. As a fellow, she hopes to increase opportunities for member CPD events in the Midlands. Claire. This wasn't my bit of the job.
Thank you.
Joined on stage by Catherine, our Vice President. Our next fellow is online, Matthew Davis. Matthew runs his own business as an executive and team coach and leadership consultant. He has worked in banking for over 15 years. As a fellow, he aims to act as a role model and ambassador for the Institute, and an advocate for the value of professional qualifications and membership. Matthew coaches a number of young professionals and would like to be able to offer a coaching element to the work of the 2025 Foundation. Matthew, thank you and congratulations. Our next fellow is also online, Elizabeth Emaaki Onshekwa. Elizabeth is Chief Financial Officer at Deswich Group, Nigeria, and has worked in banking for over 15 years. She is passionate about continuous learning and shares her experiences with colleagues. Elizabeth mentors a number of young professionals and is also active within her local chapter of the Nigerian Banking Institute, which she uses as an opportunity to inspire young professionals on the value of professional qualifications and institute membership. Elizabeth, also congratulations. Our next fellow is here in person, Neil Forrest. Neil is a self-employed wealth manager, financial advisor who has over 31 years experience in banking. He's been an active mentor for many years and has also promoted institute qualifications and membership. As a fellow, he will continue to look for opportunities to promote the Institute through his business network and presentations to universities and schools. Neil. Our next fellow is also here in person, Jamie Grimshaw. Jamie is Business Development Director at Together Money and has worked in banking for over 24 years. An active mentor, he is also a strong advocate for the importance of professional qualifications and continuing professional development. As a fellow, he will continue to promote the Institute and hopes also to encourage his employer to offer Institute qualifications to their workplace. Jamie. Our next fellow is also here in person, Ian Hunt. Ian has recently retired but was formerly Director of Portfolio Management at NatWest and has over 40 years experience in banking. He's been an active coach and mentor and regularly promoted the Institute and its qualifications within NatWest. Ian is also an active member of the Institute's membership forum. Ian. Our next fellow is online, Colin Kennedy. Colin is a partner at Zero Waste Scotland and has over 22 years experience in banking. He was part of the first cohort to graduate as a chartered banker and remains committed to CPD. Through his current role, he's helped to organise Institute webcasts and hopes to do more in the future. As a fellow, Colin aims to be a role model for how the skills of the Institute members are relevant and valuable in tackling climate change and the journey to net zero. Colin, congratulations. Our next fellow is also online, Eric Kalug. Eric is Chief Executive at LHV UK Limited and has worked in banking for over 14 years. He has a strong commitment to professional development and places a high value on the importance of ethical standards, which he incorporates into his mentoring activities. Eric has made significant contributions to banking in Estonia and as a fellow aims to promote the Institute and its professional education within Estonia's banking sector. Eric, congratulations. Our next fellow is here in person, Anthony Lewis, or Tony. Tony is the Director of Recovery Restructuring at NatWest and has over 15 years' experience in banking. An advocate for the value of professional qualifications and CPD. He aims to encourage participation and engagement with the Institute amongst colleagues. An active mentor, he places particular importance on ethical behaviour and professional conduct. And as a fellow, aims to be an ambassador and role model for the Institute. Tony. Next fellow is also here in person, Stuart Lockie. Stuart is lead retail and digital consultant for Hansei International and has worked in banking for over 34 years. He has demonstrated a strong commitment to continuing professional development and supporting others as a mentor. Ian has contributed to the Institute through its mentoring platform, presentations to the Chartered Banker MBA students, and more recently by joining the Institute's membership forum. Stuart. Our next fellow is online, Hui Ying Lo. Ying is Executive Vice President of Maybank and has over 20 years' experience in banking. She is highly committed to professional development, both for herself and to support colleagues. As a fellow, she will be an ambassador for the Institute and is keen to get involved in the Institute's mentoring programme. Ying is also interested in opportunities for collaboration and knowledge sharing with other members and fellows. Ying, congratulations. Next fellow is once again online. Chioma Mogo. Chioma is Divisional Head, Transaction Services at Guarantee Trust Bank and has over 26 years' experience in banking. Also a fellow of the Nigerian Institute, she is highly committed both to professional development and to supporting younger colleagues through mentoring. Chioma is an ambassador for the CBM BA programme and is active in discussing the programme and offering advice to prospective students on how to balance academic study with work life. Chioma, congratulations. Our next fellow is also online. Ronald Morrison. Ronnie is a Senior Credit Officer at Lloyds Banking and has worked in banking for over 35 years. He is an active mentor and advocate for the importance of professional education and continuing development. Ronnie has supported many colleagues with their studies and as a fellow will continue to promote the Institute and its education activity. He is particularly keen to support any initiatives in the West Midlands. Ronnie, congratulations. Our next fellow is here in person, Andrew Moss. Andrew is Head of Fund at the FSE Group and has worked in banking for over 35 years. As an ambassador for both his employer and the Institute, he is keen to promote the value of professional membership and maintaining professional competence. An active mentor, he is also interested in bringing bankers together at a local level and fostering connections with universities in his area. Andrew. Our next fellow is also here in person, Luke Norton. Luke is head of core lending products at Santander and has worked in banking for 11 years. An active advocate for the Emerging Talent Scheme with his organisation. Luke has been a mentor and promotes the Institute's qualifications and professional membership. He also contributes as a member of the Institute's membership forum. Luke. Our next fellow is online. Sylvia Walkway. Sylvia is Transaction Service Divisional Head at Guarantee Trust Bank and has worked in banking for over 26 years. A graduate of the Chartered Banker MBA program, she is committed to professional development and passionate about promoting the highest ethical and professional standards. Sylvia is highly active within the Nigerian Banking Institute and actively supports a number of mentoring initiatives. Sylvia, congratulations. Next fellow is also online. Chester Zirad Zimuka. Chester is Director of Account Management at MasterCard with over 25 years experience in banking. He has a strong personal commitment to professional development and actively promotes cooperation between colleges and local banking institutes in Botswana and Zimbabwe. Chester also helps drive a number of mentorship programs and as a fellow will be an advocate for the Institute through his personal and business network. Chester, congratulations. Online. James Rowney. James is Head of Solutions Restructuring at NatWest and has worked in banking for over 41 years. A strong advocate for both professional qualifications and continuous learning, he champions the importance of professionalism. An active mentor, both within the bank and externally, he hopes to use his fellowship to encourage colleagues to understand how the Institute can support their career development. James, congratulations. Back into the room, Mark Saunders. Mark is Director of Business Banking at NatWest and has over 35 years experience in banking. He's an advocate for continuing professional development, pursuing a variety of opportunities and encouraging others to do the same. He is an active member and a diversity champion within the workplace. Mark is a former member of the Institute's membership forum and remains an ambassador for the Institute. Mark. Next fellow is also in the group. Theo Shaky Neville. Theo is an accountant at Glenwood Accountants and has over 13 years experience in central and commercial banking. An active mentor both in the business sense and within his church. Theo is also keen to use his status as a fellow to promote the Institute and the Chartered Banker status. Theo. Our next fellow is also Gulsar Singh. Gulsar is currently self-employed. Gulsar is currently self-employed and has over 29 years experience in banking. He has an unwavering commitment to professionalism and continuing professional development, and has consistently acted as a role model and mentor within the banking and technology sector. As a fellow, he plans to continue as a mentor and to amplify his role as a champion and ambassador to promote the Institute and establish collaborations with other organisations. He also has very little patience. Our next fellow is online. Abuka Usman. Abu Baker is Head of Treasury and Investments at the Development Bank of Nigeria and has worked in banking for over 26 years. An active role model and advocate for professionalism and capacity building within Nigeria. He is also active in the wider African banking sector and an ambassador to the Institute who would like to champion skills and knowledge development in African banking. Rebecca, congratulations. Our next fellow is also online, Parminder Farmer. Parminder is Chief Business Officer and a board member at Sheraton by BNP Paribas, with a distinguished banking career spanning over 3 decades. An active mentor, she has demonstrated a career-long commitment to education and CPD, both personally and to support other colleagues' development. Parminder intends to be an active champion for the Institute and hopes to initiate collaborations in India to amplify its reach and influence. Parminder, congratulations. And finally, I'd like to take a moment to recognise the fellows who couldn't attend tonight and to include us on our recording going out afterwards. Alexander Borland, Dara Choen, Aaron DiGiorgio, Dorothy Hamilton, Shadrach Malenga, Francis Moss, Lindsay Shepherd, Gary Stewart, and Christopher Knight. Congratulations.
We have one more person.
We have. Did I miss one out? I do sincerely apologize.
I'm not there.
Lindsay is 5'6". Wearing a black blazer. Please confirm the results. Thank you very much.
Here's our tools. Second year doing that, so obviously, so thank you so much, Paul, and many congratulations to all of our new fellows online and in the room. Your combined talent and achievements are considerable, but saving the world is a hard task, and your work and rate of collaboration has just begun. Each one of you can make a difference through your work, sharing your knowledge and developing others' expertise. You stand apart because you have chosen to become a member and a fellow of the Chartered Banking Institute. I'll leave you with words of one of our past guests, Mr. Bill McLeod, and I think he actually did these words from my executive that there. But he, a former youngest here, one of his bosses gave him some advice, and he said, ask not what your institute can do for you, but what you can do for your institute. So many congratulations to each and every one of you for your contribution tonight, and for continuing to build our legacy of responsible banking, building a community together that is bigger than our individual contributions. Farewell to those that have joined virtually, and for those in the room, please stay with some patience. Thank you.